is held back. Why? It's needed for agriculture. So although we've got something like 6,500 megawatts of hydroelectric power installed equipment, we're down to 700-800 at the moment.
What you're talking about hydropower now?
Hydropower. So
but are you saying that like the main dams like Mangla and Tarbela, what are you saying, that the water gets siphoned off before it actually reaches the dam?
No. It's just that if the water comes there, even if they get water,
yes,
they won't release it at the time of sowing of crops, the Rabi and the Kharif season. So the water is needed for the crops, for agriculture. So if the water doesn't flow down, there's no generation of electricity in the turbines. So they stop that.
Okay.
So it's not base load. It's only thermal sources, thermal fuel, by heating them, for example, oil or gas or coal, that you get this. And the other thing is that we've been so reliant on gas and we didn't want to import, we've missed out on coal. Coal is at the moment the cheapest, the quickest form of energy generation.
And what, Pakistan has the third or fourth largest
we have
coal?
In terms of Thar coal, the so-called estimated reserves of 180 billion tons are the second highest in the world after the USA. But the proven reserves are only about 1% of that.
Just 1%? 1%.
It's only 1.9 billion tons,
That's
not 180
minuscule.
billion tons. Secondly, Thar coal is unfortunately 3.5 million years too young. It needs another 3.5 million years to be good thermal quality coal, which it isn't. The best coal in Pakistan is Shamalang in Balochistan and in the tribal area. Good quality coal, and together they can make about 10 to 15% of our produce our coal. But more than that, at the moment we do not have large scale mining. That's part of the mining sector. We have only small dog holes, little, there's no real large scale mining which is happening in the country, large scale. So we got to import coal. And India, for example, I remember a year ago, Tata was setting up 14 coal-fired plants with the help of the Koreans.
No, but from where are they getting? They're importing the coal.
Importing the coal. And sorry, before I forget, the smog, I come from Islamabad, is horrifying in Lahore. And do you know what the origin is? It's not pollution. If you look at the aerial maps or space maps, you got these little points near Calcutta, Western Bengal, and several in the UP area, central northern India, and a few more. These are chimney stacks, coal burning, and their coal is coming up, little thing, yellow, deep yellow thing, then they start spreading out right up to the Indus Valley, the Indus River Attak, and spreading down to the, covering the whole of Punjab. So it's smoke, pollution coming in from India.
Then, Dr. Shaukat Hameed, what are you saying? Are you actually saying that if we develop our coal reserves, these are going to be environmentally destructive? How are we going to deal with this? Because
at the moment, the contribution of coal to our energy generation is minuscule. It's not there. Yes. 50 megawatts out of 20,000 megawatts is hardly anything. But we are the cleanest energy producer in South Asia. Really? For example, India is about 68%, 70% of the energy is coal-based. Now we have a very small footprint as regards pollution or CO2 emissions. So we can bring in coal, imported coal, and set up power plants, and financial close and operation 3.5 years. That's all it will take.
No, but sorry, can I just ask you here? All right, you're talking now about importing coal. We already have an adverse balance of payments situation. Now you're talking about importing coal. Now, how's that going to impact on our balance of payment situation? Because it's going to be, importing coal is expensive.
We can grow horses instead if you want to. Let's say produce more horses and have horsepower. But really, you've got to go in for coal. There is no alternative.
No, but it seems now. Look, here there's a bit of a contradiction here, and perhaps the layperson, including myself, needs to understand this. We keep hearing, even during the Musharraf regime, we kept hearing about these huge reserves of Thar coal, and that we're going to exploit them, and we can do this, and we're going to be, energy, not entirely sufficient, but we're not going to be so deficient. And you sit here and say that we're 3 million years,
it's premature by 3.5. It's not fully formed.
Exactly. All right. Then what was all this talk? This is so indicative of the nonsensical stuff and pie in the sky planning that takes place in this country. This coal thing was blown up out of all proportion. You sit here and say it's not feasible.
No. I didn't say it's not feasible. I just said the energy that you get out of lignite coal, which is the Thar coal, which is sort of not fully baked, is not as much as what you get from good coal, bituminous coal, which is in quite
but that's fine.
But coming back to Thar coal, if we decide today to do mining and do large scale mining, you need something like 6 billion tons for a 1,000 megawatt plant. 6 million tons per year of Thar coal. You need minimum 5 to 7 years if we start the ball rolling today. You will not have coal or energy from Thar coal tomorrow or the 2011, 2000, not by 2050, not the amount of, not in, you can have it, but not in sufficient amounts to make an impact. Right. So you have to import coal. Also, Thar coal has a peculiar problem. Thar, this was part of the Indus Delta, so there's lignite coal, by the way, the similar thing in Germany also, the Ruhr Valley. But what they have is, we have the same kind of coal. We have the misfortune that the water is saline.
Sorry, Dr. Shaukat Hameed Khan, we just have to go for a break. We'll come back to the coal issue. Viewers, stay with us. We're going for a short break.